Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I wanted to come across a really hammered, filthy, dirty tire, and I've got one today because I want to test something. Super Clean has sent me a couple different products and they wanted me to test them. One of the last ones that I haven't had a chance to test, and I want to test it today, is the Super Clean Foaming Tough Task Cleaner and Degreaser. Now obviously this is a full concentrate of their Super Clean. It has a special foaming nozzle on it, which I'm actually starting to fall in love with, and I'll tell you about it as I go along here. There's a couple different ways. A lot of people like a foaming product. They like a product that foams and kind of clings to the area that they're cleaning. It gives them an idea of where they're at, where they've been, and where they need to go. It's a great concept. This by Super Clean, there's a couple different ways you can go if you want something that foams, that clings. They also make their Super Clean Aerosol can, which I'm in love with. I'm using this thing all over the car, door jambs, engine bays. It's working phenomenal for me, even on tires. Again, it's full strength, it's an aerosol. And here's just a side note, you know, I've been auto detailing for so long, I think I'm falling in love with aerosol products. You want to know why? Because after 26 years of squeezing triggers and pulling on triggers, my hands are getting tired. So foaming products or aerosol products just seem to be, I don't care if they cost a couple dollars more, because honestly, they make my life more convenient. It's just easier for me. Detailing is hard. If I just have to push a button to get a product versus squeezing a trigger over and over again. Just a little side note. That's why I'm falling in love with aerosols. It's just making sense in my world. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Super Clean foaming product and try it on this really nasty hammered wheel. I have no idea what's on this wheel. It's got some, I don't know if that's gray paint or gray dust on the bottom. It's got browning all over it and dirt. I'm simply going to apply the product and let's see how it looks. Okay, it's definitely foaming. It's clinging to the tire, which is nice. I know where I've been. What is amazing to me with Super Clean, and hopefully this is showing up on the camera, the minute the product hits the surface of the tire, it starts pulling that grease and grime. It's just eating away at that browning on that tire. Phenomenal. And I think this is enough for me to agitate the tire. I just pulled a couple of squeeze or triggers, and that foaming action gives you a lot of product. But I'm going to apply a little bit more. Going to be a little aggressive here on a really nasty tire. Let me try it out completely. So I've got that on there, and now let me go in there and agitate with my brush, with my Tough and Shine brush, and clean this wheel like I would any other tire. And again, I've said this so many times about Super Clean, it literally will eat through that grunge and grime, the browning on the tire. But one of the things I love, even using it, this is full strength, it's not diluted. I'm not hacking, I'm not coughing, the product is not overwhelming. It's just one of the other reasons why it's a winner in my world. The brown stuff and the grunge coming off this tire is gross. It's like I'm afraid it's going to sling back on me. So let me finish agitating this and then I'll rinse it off. Make sure we've got complete coverage. We've eaten through all that grease and grime. Again, I don't know what was on this tire. To me, it looked like some form of concrete that was dried on the bottom, or paint or something. Let me see what I get off. And then I'll simply rinse off the tire with a garden hose and a nozzle and see what happens. Now to me, I've been cleaning tires for 26 years. I can actually see as this tire is starting to dry right in front of me. Rubber tires will do this. You'll know when you have them cleaned because they'll have a very crisp, matte, satin look to them. They won't be shiny or glossy, and as this tire dries, it's absolutely starting to reveal that really nice color to the tire, to the synthetic tire. What I'm gonna do, bear with me guys, just gonna wipe my hand off. I should be wearing gloves. Wear gloves when you're cleaning tires. Or using any type of degreaser. This happens to be alkaline based. There's a lot of times when I do videos on tire cleanings, people are like, what happens when it dries? Does it turn brown again? Does it get dirty? Well, not that I'm laughing at you. I get it, I understand it. I guess there's been some products out there that after you looks like you've cleaned the tire, give it a couple hours, it will turn brown. What I'm gonna do is take a white terry cloth towel. It's white. Again, I've only gone around this tire once, hit it with the cleaner and agitate it with my brush. I'm not gonna clean it the second time. I'm gonna take my white terry cloth towel and wipe it on this tire and see if I can pull off any dirt, and let's see if it shows up on this towel. So I'll use it to dry off. Now, if I look at this towel, I have a little bit of black stuff on it. What that black stuff is actually part of the synthetic tire. This is not grease and grime. I don't have any dirt or any type of browning. Yes, all synthetic rubber tires, when they're completely dry, if you ran any type of cloth on them, they'll turn slightly black. That's just the nature of the tire. But I'm not pulling off any grease, grime, browning stuff, or dirt. It literally has got it the first shot around, and to me that's incredibly impressive. Now, what I'll do is I'll take the same super clean foaming action and I'll just spray it on this wheel. I'll clean the rim. This rim has never been cleaned. It's probably pointless. But I'll spray it on there just so you guys can see how it responds. It clings well, looks great. And I'll just come in here and slightly agitate with my brush. I'm using a Nanoskin. This is a little bit more of an aggressive brush. It's made by Nanoskin, has a little bit more stiffer bristles. I'm not worried about this rim. I can come in here, kind of be a little aggressive if I want. I'll just get in there and clean that, and then I'll rinse it off. It's pulling through that grease and grime just fine. Absolutely wonderful. And I'll rinse off the tire. To me, folks, that's pretty impressive, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to use this product in the future. I'll dry this tire off here, so if maybe somebody says, hey, if you let it dry, it will turn brown again. I'll try to get all that water off the tire so you guys can see the tire, in fact, will not reactivate or turn brown again. It's just a phenomenal cleaner. The rim looks great. Now, for me, on a professional level, would I necessarily buy this in a 32-ounce bottle so I can have the foaming action? Well, here's my point, and this is what I'm thinking. I've reached out to Super Clean. I've asked them today about whether or not they have thought about making a dedicated 32-ounce bottle that could come with the 1-gallon concentrate with like dilution ratios on it. Because as a professional, we know we can get 32-ounce bottles and we can get a foaming trigger. That's great. But here's what I'm going to do with this product. I'll use it full strength. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to keep this bottle. I like the trigger sprayer. I like the way it foams. It foams up really nice versus some other foaming triggers that I've seen on the market. And I'll spray that on there and see if I pull any more browning or dirt on it, staying nice and clear. But I'm going to use this bottle. Once I've used all the full strength up, I'm going to dilute it 4-to-1 in this bottle. It happens to be 32 ounces. I'm going to put 6 ounces of Super Clean concentrate in this and then fill the rest up with distilled water because I like the trigger. I think this trigger is actually nicer than some of the foaming triggers we're getting on a professional level. I also like the bottle. It's purple. It fits in my hand perfectly. I just like it. It works well. So that's what I'm going to do. Once I've used this up full concentrate, I will start diluting it myself so I have a dedicated bottle for foaming action. And I'll just clean that up and see if I pull anything else up off the tire. My brush is completely white. I'll go in here and scrub. The cleaner is staying white. It's not reactivating or turning brown. I don't really see any more grease and grime that I could be possibly pulling off this tire. And in fact, did get it off the first time. And I'll show you the brush as well, the surface of the brush. Everything looks great here. The brush is still white, still foamy, looks great. I tell you, this product is working wonders in my world, and I wanted to share it with you on this foaming nozzle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this bottle. I like the color. I like that it says super clean. I like the trigger. But once I'm done with this, I'm going to start diluting the product myself in this bottle so I have a dedicated foamer. Okay guys, just wanted to share that with you. I appreciate all of you. Love all of you. Hopefully that's helped you out, how I'm going to use the product, how I'm going to use the bottle in the future, and what I think of it. Again, I think Super Clean has made a great product with that foaming trigger. If you want something that foams as well, Super Clean with their Aerosol, phenomenal product. Works incredibly well. Will cling more than this actual foaming thing. If I actually spray this on here, you'll see it. To me, I like that. I like something that not only foams, but clings and stays where it needs to be. This will be a little bit runny, but it will give you some foaming action if that makes sense in your world. I appreciate it, guys. Until next time, love one another, and we'll talk to you soon.